Oh, I just got done sneezing like so many times, and I hope that there's not another one behind me. Welcome back, everyone, to the channel. Hope that you're doing well. All of a sudden, my throat sounds like I'm sick. I promise I'm not. Listen, hope you're feeling great, having a fantastic day. As today, we dive into passion, music for the last temptation of Christ. This has been suggested and recommended so many times, and it's finally time to sample a slice of it. We're going to listen to the tracks "The Feeling Begins," "Gethsemane," and of these, "Hope" as well. So these, hold on. "The Feeling Begins," "Gethsemane," "Of These, Hope." Okay. I was trying to look at the titles there. We're listening. Also, my nose is stuffy. We're listening to this because this is suggested and sponsored by Joe. Joe, thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden I'm like really stuffy. Like I said, this has been suggested for a very long time. Eagles Rule, Benoit Desmarais, David Emery, Chris Echoes, Joker, Coco, Lord Chozo, Emmanuel Pahal, Rosenfield, many others. And I've thought one of the reasons I haven't gotten to this, amongst the many reasons I haven't gotten to anything, is because I've been trying to figure out like if I wanted to watch the movie first, so I had like, context, or vice versa, because this has been asked for a long time. So I was just kind of trying to figure out how I wanted to actually approach this here. So interestingly enough, on Spotify, the tracks are not in order of the track list that's on Wikipedia, which the Wikipedia one makes sense. This one here don't make sense. So let me see if possibly I can get this figured out before we go on any further. I wonder why that is. It's not like I'm looking at a live version or something like that. If it's or like any other weird version, for some reason, if I can't, because I don't want to have to skip around in the tracks and everything. If it doesn't work, then maybe I'll just pull it up on Spotify or something. I wonder why that is. Okay, I found it. Now it's right. Okay. I don't know what I did. Okay, "Feeling Begins," "Gethsemane," "Of These, Hope." "Feeling Begins," okay, I got it now. Now we're set. We're ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being here. Let's go ahead and let it begin. "The Feeling Begins." I did not expect the drums to come like that. Wow. I thought we were going to build up a little longer. train. That's something approaching. It's so strong. It almost feels like breath. Why did it end like that? Unique sound. What an interesting movement of sound. That is a very unique piece, that one. The weird quasi flute and then something, I don't know. Sounds like a bazaar or like an arrivals. Drums are massive. I love this synth melody that rides on top. cascades alongside of this. Not what I expected at all. There's certain things I expect from Peter Gabriel, and this wasn't it. This was genuinely amazing to hear. Peter Gabriel involved in something like this and a soundtrack. And okay, yeah, Peter Gabriel, his music, a lot of it has a cinematic, a world music feel, sure. And so I kind of have obviously, I mean, at this point, I have an idea of what he can do and where he's going to go. But this is just, it's, for lack of a better word, it seems more focused on being a soundtrack while still being very identifiable as music from Peter Gabriel. Where to begin? The production is very, very Peter Gabriel-esque, that's for sure. With The Feeling Begins, it starts off, okay, kind of what I'm expecting. You know, it's very scene setting. It starts off, you know, setting up a cinematic kind of scope with the establishing shot, giving us a place, and the music kind of begins from there with these kind of, I get the imagery of like the Middle East and, you know, perhaps just starting off in the desert, and then we'll kind of focus into town. And it's incredibly beautiful. You know, I love that type of music. But when the drums came in, first of all, they come in at an unexpected moment. And second of all, they come in with such pounding power that I was not expecting them to come in so strong the way they did. This is a beautiful opening. Genuinely, beautiful opening. Okay? But then the drums come. Okay. And they build up quickly. Right? Like this is a rushing of drums as they come in. And it just completely changes the scene that was there before. All of a sudden, there's a color and a rhythmic vibrancy that's introduced, and it just turns this thing into something kind of not completely different, but it definitely establishes a new life within the song here, or the piece, I should say. And then, like I said, it just furthers and builds up from there in a really wonderful way. There's a sophistication to the way that the music is performed here as well. And don't even tell me anything about the ending. That is tumultuous. Listen to the end. That's a neighborhood shaker. You feel that in your chest. When Peter Gabriel performs live, has he ever performed, one, anything from this particular album or the soundtrack, and two, this track? Because that ending, you feel your ribcage shake. That drop, man, that's your head in your chest kind of feeling. I want to see if I can find that live. You give me a moment, because I want to see if we can find that. That is that's when you're going up the roller coaster, and that moment where it comes down, your heart goes up in your chest and everything. That had to have been performed live at some point. Let's see. You have Levon Minassian performing the track. I just want to get to the end. I'm sorry. I'm sure the whole track is beautiful, great. Also, got to be careful of copyright anyway. I want to get to the end. No drums on this one, huh? I wanted the drums, man. I want the drums. Give me them drums. Let me see if we can find. Oh, no, huh? Nothing here? Man. No, I don't see anything. Man. That is awesome, though. What a fantastic ending. And not to discount the rest of the track. I mean, it's gorgeous in every single way, but the ending just takes that to another level there. Manny Elias on the octobon, Serto and skins, Hassam Ramsey finger cymbals. I mean, you have a lot of people handling different. You have David Rhodes here on guitar, Shankar on the violin. Incredible. Gethsemane changes things completely. Now, don't come at me because of my slight lack of biblical knowledge, but I'm pretty sure that's where Jesus was arrested. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm looking it up right now. Most famous as the sacred Christian site where Jesus prayed in agonizing distress and was arrested the night before his crucifixion. On it. Cool. So I'm right. Okay. That's a very interesting tone of music for that particular scene. A scene of great distress, anxiety, prayer, and it starts off with a very interesting flute sound. And then builds up in a cool way from there, because this is kind of distressing in a capacity. I don't know, there's something tonally weird about it. But then the way that the synths begin to lie on top of it add kind of a resonance of peace, I guess you could say. Perhaps you could argue that the flute sound is perhaps prayer, and the resonance of those synths on top of it is like an answer to that, a comfort. Maybe. And then on this particular track, it's Gabriel handing everything on there. And then of these hope, this one kind of brings back some of those feelings from The Feeling Begins and just changes it still ever so slightly. The synth and the keyboards that ride on top of this are gorgeous. So heavy drums, we know, but I love this pulse. That's going to be Gabriel actually playing the bass on this one. I really like that. It's just a simple thump, but it pulses nicely. A synth that rises on top of that. That's hope. That's a gorgeous melody to just shine and glow on top. It's like looking at a dark hill. Think of like sunrise, but before that, you're just looking at the silhouette of a dark hill. But then the light begins to come from the sunrise just behind it. That's the hope. That's the feeling that I get listening to that. That's incredible. And there's just some really nice pulsing playing. Can I tell you, of these, hope is kind of out of these three tracks, the most interesting and best marriage between Gabriel's style and something very, cinematic and soundtrack-esque. That's actually really, really well done. I like that a lot. Okay, so like I said, I had wanted to watch this movie. I want to possibly watch it. If I'm going to watch it, I'm going to watch it here on the channel with you guys. that's for sure. Let me pull it up here really quick. Come on this journey with me. Last Temptation of Christ. Now I know that. Here's 163 minutes. Here's the thing. I'm just being 100% honest with you. If the movie was an hour and a half, easy money. If it's 2 hours, we could work with that. When it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, I gotta really plan it. I'm just being honest with you guys. I have to really plan that. That's a commitment. That's a commitment. That's it's gonna be at least 3 hours of me here, at least. Me talking afterwards and everything like that. Which, movie wise, I'm here for it. Time wise, that's a hard. Now Liam and schedules and work, everything. It's hard to find that kind of time, uninterrupted, basically. Not saying it won't happen, but now I remember why I haven't dived into doing this experiment of trying to do the soundtrack and the movie. But I would check out the soundtrack. It would just be nice to have the background and the context of the movie behind it. But either way, these were three really cool tracks I really enjoyed of these Hope the most. That was like a great marriage between his styles there. Really fantastic. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, of the tracks in the comments below. Joe, thank you so much for... Oh, no. Cancel this plug thing. That's what I wanted to say. Can I come at you the left field really quick? If you enjoyed The Feeling Begins and perhaps of these Hope, can I recommend an album to you? Am I allowed to do that? I've mentioned it slightly before, and I'm going to mention it again. I'm pulling it up here really quick. Because it's an album that I've been listening to a lot the past few weeks, I guess. Okay, so the album is Sawan. John Hassel, John Balk is involved, Amina Aloe, and while I don't know the last two, John Hassel is who got me into this. I highly recommend listening to any track. Well, maybe not any track, but like as a good entry point, maybe the third track, Jadwa. Like, I'm recommending this album to you. This is a great album to check out. I'm on my my second go through on this one now, but doesn't this already get you into it? If you enjoyed the music we just listened to, check out this album. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I'm gonna skip a little bit for you. So gorgeous. Check out at least this song. Come back to me. Now get the plugs out the way. Joe, thank you so much for the sponsorship. Thank you so much for the request. Hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.